Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have an interesting video this time. Well, this is a computer that actually and I put a video on for Sam Hughes in Kentucky. This is a 2005 MEFI 4B that wasn't running. I first said, it's like, yeah, I find everything good. I cannot find anything wrong with the actual computer. And I was going to send it over to Bob to see if the calibration would correct the problem because I could not find anything. Didn't I didn't feel correct to just keep going because or sending the computer to someone else without going a little more in depth. Even though I took a lot of time doing diagnosis on crank sensor signal and cam, and for those that haven't seen the first video, you should go and see exactly all the tests that I do with the curve tracer and everything. But in the first video, as I show, I was missing the signal coming over to the activation of the crystal pre-driver, which is a 0 to 5 volts. So poking around on the computer, going in depth more, because yes, that signal definitely goes to the microprocessor, but it is actually going into a VGT transistor, which is in this case actually just a diode protection. So what this will do is from the microprocessor, activate a diode or a BGT transistor, which is at the end the same thing, and then going over to the gate part of that MOSFET or pre-driver. So what I did, as you will see here, I put a jumper right in between the path and then over to the driver. And then the same thing on the other side, which the pads are corroded. This is very common on the ejector drivers when bed grounds or in the engine or bed injectors. So right now the computer is running. I probably have it running for, I don't know, maybe 6, 7 minutes or so. This is the third time actually, so it's like 7 minutes on the third run. Again, this is Sam Hughes. This is your computer. That is the serial number, and this is the cover for your computer, so you can see that. Right now I have everything working properly. You can see both injector drivers, injector A and injector B, working as they are supposed to be. And this is exactly what we were missing before. Now we have battery voltage and then pulling down to pretty much ground. And we can see that in there. You can see the values up in the corner. So we have 20 millivolts from 12.64. So that is perfect. And believe me, it's working really good. I even connected an injector. I have an injector for testing in here. Let me just check it over. So what I usually do is just use an injector, supplying power from the computer, like, like what will happen on the boat or in the vehicle, right? And then using the injector activations on the computer. Things that you can see immediately is this. So we can see that blinking, flashing, that light is not dim as it was before. And we can see it on the oscilloscope. And that's the reason I have the oscilloscope in there. So we can see that it's going from battery voltage all the way to pretty much zero. And that is great. That is exactly what we're looking for. So this is another successful repair. Yeah, sometimes this is all I can do. I mean, and this is all you can do in a computer. You're gonna have to jump and fix the pad that is broken in the board and then make it work. I am, very happy because at first I said, this is uh, a driver, a computer issue, not a calibration, and I was good in my assumption. When I did the curve tracer tests and I found everything in there as far as all the drivers and everything good, which as you can see, the drivers are good, correct crystal drivers are good. This is not a bad BG3 is a transistor or anything like it. It's actually bad pads, in the internal lines that goes under the board got damaged because of overheated or a bad ground, a bad injector, some things that I cannot see because when the computer came, it was no faults on it, just a shutdown telltale set, which is very common when the computer finds a problem. It's not running properly, it shuts down itself to protect the engine, right? But yeah, so Sam, I'm very happy to let you know that your computer is fixed. I'm going to have it running for longer. As you can see right now, I got like 8 minutes and 15 or so. So everything, all the logic and everything is good. And this is exactly what I also said on the first video. I could not see anything wrong on the computer logic that led me to believe that we have a bad calibration. And that's what also led me to keep going more in depth to find what I can find on this computer and make it work. And I did. So again, this is very time consuming. I probably spent, I don't know, maybe 40 hours on this computer just to make it work. Because yes, this is not like you can go and find a schematic to repair a computer like that. A lot of information that I have gathered is myself, and this is the way it goes. But yeah, more you work, the more you gather knowledge, and you can do things like I do. But yeah, this is again another successful repair. All right, guys. Again, this is a short video. I'm just trying to show that we have now indeed a fully working computer. I'm going to bring the idle down to, idle, RPM down to idle, and so is the TPS, which I have right now around 40%. I'm going to turn the computer off. We're going to see how we lost communication in there. Uh, Power on, we can see the fuel pump prime. It goes away, and then a star, we can now see that activation very nice and bright from the injectors. And we can see the injectors. If I stop this capture here, we can see both injector drivers. I know it's a little glaring here, but for what we need to do here, what we're doing is perfect. You can see the actual body battery voltage and pulling to ground is complete. And I'm right now with my oscilloscope connected right at the simulator. So this is the computer pulling that 12 volts supplied by the simulator down to ground. Very good. And that's why those lights are now full. I can hear the activation as I am normally familiar with the sound. It's a very distinctive sound. For those that are mechanics and everything, you know what I'm talking about. But yep, everything is working good. Again, guys, this is a very good ending on this repair. I always try to help the people. These are very expensive computer, hard to get, and again, another successful repair. All right, guys, thank you so much for visiting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have any marine engine computers, you want to send it over, you know that you're in the best hands you can be. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye.